When I look at these photographs, I realize that from my 20s to my 40s, we had so many friends. Now I regret that we have lost touch completely or that I rarely see many of them. How could this happen? I wonder whether sometimes they think the same thing. I feel that when I lost Vikram, I also lost a large part of my future life. Until I started this piece of work, I never realized there were unintentional shrines in my house. Somehow things just got placed there and stayed. Vikram started to draw shortly before he died. He would have become quite good, I think, had he lived to develop it further. It certainly gave him pleasure. It was hard for me to throw Vikram's things away, but I finally had to when moths invaded and took over the house. They ate his clothes and quite a few Tibetan carpets that we had collected together in Nepal. I hoped Tom would be able to fit into his clothes, but he never did, as they were too big for him. Vikram always wore his father's dressing gown, as it gave him a tangible connection to the father he had lost at the age of 6 years old. It was difficult for him to throw it away when it eventually wore out. I have spent too many years occupying one half of a large bed. It is the most potent symbol of absence. It's been 21 years now, but I still feel the loss. Grief can come up on you when you least expect it, like when you see people hugging and loving each other in a film or on the television. Vikram, my first husband, never gave me an engagement ring. It amused him not to do the conventional or expected thing. I'm surprised he wanted to get married. I don't think we had a proper wedding ring either for our wedding in Kathmandu. I remember several months later we were in Clapham Junction. We went into a jewellery shop and he bought me a cheap £27 wedding ring. We were not poor and I wondered why I was worth so little, but I shrugged it off because I didn't want to seem conventional and therefore boring in his eyes. Shortly before he died, I remember a telephone conversation when I was in London and he was in UAE, when he said out of the blue, "I never gave you a ring to celebrate our engagement, did I? I feel bad about that, and when you come out here to join me, we will go to Dubai and I will buy you a proper ring." I remember feeling happy that he finally acknowledged my feminine feelings and that I was worth something more precious. He died a week later in a car accident, and I never got my ring.